on your screens in the flesh, and I'm back on your radios. So y'all getting ready to get tired of my voice. If you guys do not know who I am Queen Nikki. Hey girl, how you doing? Oh my gosh, mamas, I know. Relax, calm down. I'm going to tell you what's been going on. I'm going to give you a life update. Calm down, girl. Okay? Because y'all been on my head. Okay? On my head. Y'all was like, where you at? Why did you just drop off the face of the earth? How are the girls? Like, y'all had the questions for me. Okay? So, I'm going to give y'all a bunch of updates. But first, I know you guys have been hearing about those LA fires, honey. I know y'all have been hearing about it. So, on behalf of myself and all of Jungle Juice, our thoughts and our prayers are with all of the families who have lost everything, who've lost their homes, their loved ones, their animals, memories, photos, everything. Our thoughts and prayers are out to you guys. There is a QR code at the bottom of your screen if you would like to donate. It is going to the American Red Cross Association. So if you choose to donate, go ahead, honey. You don't have to break the bank. Whatever you can donate, that's fine. Okay, girl. Okay. Let me jump into these questions, honey, because y'all have been eating me down. Y'all was asking me so many questions, and when I announced that Tired as a Mother was coming back, y'all flooded my Instagram. So let's jump into these questions that y'all was asking me, honey. Oh, my goodness. Okay, let me get to them. Okay, so obviously, y'all need to know, where have I been, right? Queen, where you been at? So I have been gone for a little over a year. There has been a lot of, life is lifing, and, I've been out doing my thing. So the last time you guys saw me or heard my voice, Savannah was 2 years old, and Riley was a little chicken nugget. Savannah is about to be 4 years old on Wednesday. So if you guys are listening to this, make sure y'all drop in a comment somewhere. Happy birthday to Savannah, because she would definitely appreciate that. Riley is 5 and she is thriving. She is also in Girl Scouts and she freaking loves Girl Scout. Now, I wasn't like, in my head when I was pregnant with my kids, I wasn't like, yes, I'm a Girl Scout mom. But yes, I'm a Girl Scout mom. So she's really enjoying Girl Scouts. She absolutely loves it. So that's that. I also got married, y'all. I got married. Obviously, me and DJ Don, we are married, and we've been married for a year now. We got married July 15th, 2023, and we're happy and healthy and thriving. All right. Okay, so you guys asked, how are the girls? The girls are great. They're doing wonderful. They're actually right here walking around with their little princess dresses on right now, but they're doing great. I told you guys Riley's in kindergarten, or if I didn't tell you, Riley is in kindergarten. She's in Girl Scouts. Savannah is about to be 4. She is about to start school. They are just two balls of energy, okay? They drive me up and down the wall. They keep me super busy. Today after school, when I picked Riley up, she said that she needed some donuts from Tim Hortons. So I was like, okay, let's just go to Kroger because I need to go to Kroger. And she was like, no, I need donuts from Tim Hortons, honey. Okay. So we had to go to Tim Hortons and get her some donuts, and she was happy about that. So the girls are great. Okay. Another question y'all have asked is, will Carrie and Chantel be back on the show? So I have an entire show based around Miss Carrie, and Miss Carrie is now my mother-in-law. Okay, Miss Carrie is my mother-in-law now. I have a whole show based around her, but she's a very busy woman, honey. So I have to wait until her schedule clears up for me to get her back on the show. But she definitely will be on at some point. So if you guys do not want to miss Miss Carrie being on the show, you don't want to miss an episode of my show. Okay. And Chantel, I'm not sure. Chantel is a very, very busy mom of two now. Yes, Chantel had another baby. She had a little boy. So she's very busy. She has two little balls of energy over there with her, just like I have over here with me. So it's going to be a little difficult for me to get Chantel on the show. But if she chooses to come, I'm going to clear my whole schedule, okay? I'm going to clear my whole schedule for y'all because y'all definitely asked about Miss Carrie and Chantel. Those were my top two questions, okay? Y'all, they love y'all down, okay? What changes are coming to the show? Okay, so if you're watching the show, if you're watching me right now, I have on pajamas, honey. Yes. I film my show in my pajamas. Yep. In comfy, cozy vibes. I'm not putting on no clothes, honey. We worked today. We tired as a mother. So we're going to put our pajamas on, go get that ugly ass moo and put it on, get you a glass of wine, honey, and listen up. That's basically my vibe. Like I have a lot of different things coming with this show. I'm working on some merch for you guys. I'm working on some merch, okay? Working on merch. I have a lot of different educational guests on the show for you guys. Again, like I said, you're not going to want to miss an episode because I have so many educational guests. I have doctors, I have pediatricians, I have ear, nose, and throat doctors. I have my kids or dentists coming on the show. So I have I have an artist coming on the show. I have so many people coming. So y'all have to stay tuned in because you just don't want to miss it, okay? What else is new? My set is different. Well, this is not my set, but this is my temporary set. But I do have a different set, so that's a little different. That's basically all that's different about the show. I mean, I cuss. I'm like a regular mom. I'm a regular mom. I do regular mom things. What advice would you give a new mom? The advice I would give a new mom is to just relax. Everything is not the end of the world. Everything is not a tragedy. Take your time. Mommy guilt is something that's never going to go away. So don't beat yourself up if you come into a situation and you have mommy guilt. I literally have mommy guilt when I leave the house to go to work. But it's inevitable. I got to work. I have to make money for my kids. So when you feel mommy guilt, don't beat yourself up. It's not your fault, honey. Everything's not your fault. That doesn't make you a bad mom. That makes you a regular mom. That makes you a mother who makes mistakes. You can't progress in life unless you're making mistakes. So every parent has made mistakes. So don't beat yourself up about it. That would be my advice to the new moms. And enjoy the baby stage, okay? Because when they start talking, it's a different story. The talking stage is a lot because once they start, they don't stop. Yeah. Is your podcast only focused towards moms? No, my podcast is not focused just to moms. My podcast is directed to godmoms, godfathers, fathers, mothers, anybody that's playing a role in your child's life, or if you're the mom, you're the dad. My podcast goes out to all of y'all, everybody, even new moms or moms that foster moms, adoptive parents that are going through IVF. I'm talking to all of y'all, everybody, because everybody can retain something from my show because I'm talking to everyone. So no, it's not just focused towards moms. Can I be a guest on your show? Of course, honey. Of course. So if you want to be a guest on the show, you can text me. Okay? So I'm going to give you the phone number. Don't be calling me all day, girl. But 248-387-9594 is the phone number. Or you can email me, or you can go to my Instagram, tired.asamother podcast. DM me over there. Let me know you want to be a guest on the show. I'll definitely hit you up. You don't have to physically be here with me. You can be on a screen. We'll get it set up for you. But yes, girl, you can definitely be on the show, honey. I love everybody. Come on. The more the merrier. Where can I find the Jungle Juice cast? So you can find the Jungle Juice cast on the Jungle Juice podcast. We are all under the Jungle Juice podcast. So if you go to the Jungle Juice network, I believe their Instagram, everybody's podcast is right there. So whoever's podcast you want to come on or you want to interact with, just go hit them up on their Instagram. We are all active on our Instagram accounts, and that's the fastest way that you can contact us. Is on our Instagrams. Okay. I got a couple questions about this one person. So somebody asks, how can I follow Blackheart? Blackheart is also on Instagram. You can go and check out his Instagram account. He is very active on Instagram. That's where you can find him. You can also find him on the Jungle Juice podcast Instagram account there as well. Whenever Jungle Juice goes live, you can find him there. He's normally live when the show is live. So you can find him on his Instagram account, honey. And my last question is, will you bring your husband onto the show? Of course. Yes, honey. He's going to be on the show. I have a show based around all of the Jungle Juice dads. So it's kind of hard to wrangle these boys up because they're all very, very busy in their careers and being dads and things like that. So once I wrangle them all up and get them sitting down, I have a podcast, Tired as a Father, coming for y'all. So again, you're not going to want to miss an episode. Okay, guys, so I'm about to jump into a break because, honey, my throat is parched. And I have a wonderful guest for you guys. So I'll be right back.
These kids say anything else.
They keep on
I'm going to lose my mind. Did I pay the light bill?
You want me to keep on?
Oh, my God. What time? What time does he have on? Oh, my goodness. I forgot to sign up for karate.
Oh, my God.
Okay. The dishes are not going to do themselves.
You
You're
go to bed at
gross.
9. You can still get 8 hours of sleep. Have you or a loved one experienced feelings of stress, burnout, or wondered if maybe you're the red flag?
Do you sometimes feel like everyone else has life figured out while you're just trying to keep your plants alive?
If you answer yes to either of these questions, you may be entitled to get your shit together.
Queen's Arsenal is a revolutionary podcast designed to destigmatize mental health with real conversations, accountability challenges, and a healthy dose of cognitive reframing. So, if you're tired of self-care advice that just tells you to drink more water and meditate, we've got you covered.
At Queen's Arsenal, we go beyond the surface, dive into relatable stories and tools that actually help you get your mind right.
So why suffer in silence? Tune in to Season 2 of Queen's Arsenal, where mental health is made approachable, humorous, and refreshingly real.
Because you don't need another bubble bath, you need Queen's Arsenal.
Side effects may include spontaneous self-reflection, unplanned journaling, the sudden urge to set boundaries, and an unexpected desire to finally address the thing that you've always been putting off. Listeners have reported increased clarity, heightened self-awareness, and occasional moments of, wow, I really needed to hear that. Queen's Arsenal is not responsible for any self-realizations, relationship audits, or life epiphanies that may occur. Subscribe now to Queen's Arsenal Season 2, coming soon to all podcast platforms. You may be entitled to get your life together. If you or someone you know is ready to embrace radical self-awareness, face a few uncomfortable truths, and finally stop procrastinating on your personal growth, Queen's Arsenal might just be the place to start. Listen responsibly, as side effects may be irreversible and could lead to a life you're actually excited about.
Welcome back. I hope y'all filled up that glass of wine, honey, because we about to get into some more stuff, all right? So, as a mom, I just need a daily reminder, or like just a friendly reminder, a little nudge sometimes to keep me going, right? Sometimes I need a little bit of motivation. So I want to start off my little topic, okay? Well, not topic, but I'm just gonna give y'all a little friendly reminder, okay? Because as moms, we need reassurance a lot. So, being a mom is the best reason you'll ever have to take care of yourself. Hello? Did we hear that? Okay, let me read it again for the people in the back. Being a mom is the best reason you'll ever have to take care of yourself. So as moms, a lot of times we literally forget that we are humans ourselves. We forget that we are also, human beings. We need to take care of ourselves as well, because if you don't take care of yourself, then how are you? If you don't love yourself, if you're not taking care of yourself, you can't give all your energy and all your time and all your patience and all your everything to your child, because you, first of all, you dead ass tired, you stink, you look a mess, and you just like you feel defeated. And I try my best sometimes to get up. I will like plan a day. I will get up, do my everything, shower, put a little makeup on my face, put a cute little outfit on, and go take some pictures just because I want to feel cute. I want to feel like a human again. I will go and get my nails done just so I can feel cute. Go get a massage. Go do something to make you feel like you again. Because as moms, we literally lose ourselves in our children a lot. And we got to stop doing that. That's another piece of advice that I would give a new mom. Don't lose yourself in your child. Like, I understand as moms, our attention is focused 1,000% on our child, 1,000%. And we are home, like digging deep into our child. Our child is taken care of, or our child or children, they're taken care of. But at the end of the day, you look a mess. So make sure to just, not make sure, or just like pencil in your schedule, maybe 30 minutes out of the day, put some makeup on your face, go take some cute pictures, go, get your hair done, go on a date with your man because your man misses you. Hello? Go on a date with him. Leave your children just for a little while so that you can have some you time, so that you can pour back into yourself. Because if you have nothing left in your cup, how are you going to pour into your child's cup? Hello? Okay. Sometimes I be having to remind y'all, like, we humans at the end of the day, we gotta take care of ourselves, and we have to pour into ourselves. Because I know when I was raised, when my babies was little, I had a hard time with even my husband touching my babies, because I just was like, wait a minute, like, I need to be the one to bathe my child, I need to be the one to feed my child, I need to be the one when they get older, I need to be the one signing them up for school, I need to be the one to have all the emails and everything from the school. Like, I need to be in control. And I was losing myself along the way, because I was just morphing myself into my child. And I needed something like this. Like, girl, you're still human at the end of the day. You still have to take care of yourself. Okay? All right. So I just wanted to remind y'all. I wanted to let y'all know, you still human, boo. You're still human. So, y'all, I have been changing my facial routine. I have been, as everybody does, right? Everybody changes their skincare. They change their facial care. They change their makeup, whatever they makeup products they use on their face on a daily basis. Me, I changed my skincare, and I have been using so many different products, but I know they say Aquaphor is good for you and good for the skin and the kids with eczema and all of that. But baby, this Aquaphor, okay? Aquaphor. It's expensive. It is expensive, but it's really good. So go get you some Aquaphor. You can get a big old jar of Aquaphor. They got the little one for your purse. They got the chapstick. Go get you some Aquaphor, okay? That's all you need on your face. Some Aquaphor. Especially, I live here in Michigan, baby. This weather and the snow outside, my lips be dry all the time, face be cracking up. Aquaphor, it fixes it all, okay? That's my skincare tip of the day. Just trying to, help y'all hydrate your skin so you don't be looking like a dry lizard around here. So I also had a question this morning, like when I was doing my skincare, because I was doing my skincare with Riley in the bathroom this morning, and I had a question. I just was like, my baby is in kindergarten, and is she too young for me to put deodorant on her, right? So I don't remember wearing deodorant in kindergarten, but you know the kids these days, they are, you know, they hitting these milestones real fast. So my baby sweats a lot, and I always be wondering, like, if she's in school, is she sweating under her arms? Because I mean, I don't think like she would come home and tell me like, hey mama, I was like sweating underneath my arms or whatever. Like that would have to be something I kind of like do, like lift her arm up and smell or whatever. But I was really wondering, like, is she too young? Like, what is the youngest age you're supposed to put deodorant on your baby? Because she definitely goes to school with deodorant on every day, not like a whole bunch of it. She just uses like one little swipe, and she loves it. She knows it's a part of her daily routine. She takes her vitamin. She, you know, puts her clothes on. She puts her deodorant on. She knows like she's supposed to put her deodorant on every single morning. But I just was wondering, I had no idea, like, are kindergartners wearing deodorant, or am I putting deodorant on her a little too early, or like how did that work? So I put a poll on my Instagram, and I also posted it on my Facebook, and you guys were like, no, put the deodorant on her, she's good. Like, but you guys also gave me a lot of different brands of deodorant to look for her that are aluminum free and scent free. So that'll give me an excuse to go to Target. Yes, I love me some Target, especially for skincare and body care and all the body wears. So I'll be in Target, and I'll be looking for some new skincare. But I'll also be in Target getting her some new deodorants. Okay, because I had no idea. I just was like, I hope I'm not putting deodorant on her a little bit like too prematurely. Like, am I rushing her to like grow? Like, I don't know. But that was just my question of the day, question of the week. You guys can ask me a bunch of different questions as well. Also, if you guys have questions that you want to ask me, that you guys want me to answer on my next show, make sure you text me. Make sure you email me. Make sure you go onto my Instagram account and ask me these questions, because my next show, I'll definitely be answering them for you, honey. We need engagement here. We need to talk to each other, okay? Because that could have been a question that I asked you this morning, but you didn't even answer the phone, okay? Anyways, guys, we are about to go into another break. When we come back, I will have my amazing guest. So stay tuned, guys, to Tired as a Mother. Welcome back, mamas. Okay, so I have a very special guest, honey. I really do. So this guest has been through trials and tribulations and triumphs, okay? She has been through it all, okay? So this subject is kind of about trauma and how to live after trauma. So what she's going to talk about and what we're going to talk about, it could be triggering to some of y'all. If it is triggering to you guys, I apologize. This may not be the episode for you guys, but it actually could be, because it could honestly help you. So I just wanted to put that out there, a little trigger warning for some of y'all. Okay, so before I introduce this person, we used to live in a house together, okay? We used to fight, fight each other over dumb stuff, okay? And we went through a lot together and a lot separately. And I'm going to get into our story a little bit in a second. But I really looked up to her as a mother, especially because she was a mom before I was a mom. So everything, or a lot of things that I learned from her. So I'm going to introduce to y'all my sister. I'm Queen, so she's Princess, period. Princess S, Princess Sharonda. Yay. Welcome to Tired as a Mother, my first guest of season 2. Welcome, honey.
Well, hello.
Hi,
Thank you for having me.
How you doing?
I'm acting like you know my sister. Okay.
Okay, so this is her first podcast. She's a little nervous, but we're gonna shake it out. We're gonna get into some questions, okay? Miss Sharonda, tell me a little bit about yourself, girl.
Okay, so you know my name is Sharonda.
My name's
And
Shalom.
I am 28 years old. I'm a mom, and I'm that girl. I do it all. So yeah.
Period. She's that girl. She's that mom. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's 3 years younger than me. And you wouldn't even be able to tell because we act like kids when we around each other. Like,
Period.
are we like 2 and 3? Like, calm down, everybody. But we can laugh now with each other, but before,
Yes, definitely.
when we lived together, it was a little rough.
Nothing was funny about that. We was fighting for our life. It was not giving what was supposed to give. It was not nothing funny about that. But
No,
I
it
am
wasn't
really
funny.
happy that we can laugh about it now.
Yes.
So yeah.
So the both of us were adopted, and the lady that adopted her or us, she
We have no words. We can't explain it.
I'm
We can't
speechless.
explain it.
Okay, so I'll just say she did everything that she possibly could do in the wrong ways. She taught us things. It's really hard to speak. She taught us a lot of things that I would not
Yes.
teach my children.
Absolutely.
She also taught us just a few things that I would teach my children, for learning purposes only or example purposes only. She
You're gonna have to give me an example on that because I ain't nothing.
she was she was a mother, and so I was telling you guys earlier that as parents we make mistakes in life, right? And she made a lot of mistakes with raising us. I feel like we were kind of raised not as traditional kids. Like we went out of town. She took us out of town. We went on beautiful vacations. We got pretty much everything under the sun. We drove in the nicest cars and all of that. It just was inside of the house that was very traumatic. That is where a lot of bad memories stemmed from, because I'm not sure how her mom raised her, but however she raised her, I'm not sure if something didn't click or she was just trying to raise us a different way that she raised her own children, because we were not her biological children. Does that make sense? Like I feel like the rules were different with us than it was with, she has her own 2 biological children, but I think that the rules were a little they were bent a little bit with those 2 than it was with the 3 of us. We do have another sister. But with the 3 of us, the rules were a little different. She raised us a little different. She treated us a little different. And the things that she did to us growing up was extremely traumatic to me. One thing that I will say that I do not agree with is putting your children out at 18 years old.
Yes. Yeah.
Putting your children out at 18 years old is honestly insane to me. Unless they have murdered somebody or ran up into the White House, or something like very tragic or traumatic, or they killed somebody or hurt somebody, and it like putting your child out at 18 years old, like, you just have no idea how much of a horrible effect that takes in your mental health, because you're 18 years old.
Yeah.
You're still a child.
Yes.
You were just able to vote. You don't really know about like money management and how to, work ethics, money management, a resume, how to get a job, how to interview, like different things like that, because you're 18 years old and then you just get put out the house. That is very scary, because it was like when I got put out, I had to try and figure out where my next meal was coming from, or like I spent a lot of time just thinking like, damn, like what did I do? Like what did I do? Like I was going through my whole life span, like, dang, what did I do to this lady for her to treat me the way that she treated me, and for our relationship to end the way that it ended. And like, you chose to adopt me. You chose to take me out of a bad situation, and then the situation that you put me in, you made it a worse situation for me. From pretty much our teenage years. Yeah. It was pretty.
I mean,
I don't know. I
remember it was for me first day. You know, I walked in on you getting, you know, something happening. You know, for something very basic, and you know, at that point, life had just changed for me because every day after that, it was always something, and it was like unbelievable. Like, I try to tell people, and it's like they can't comprehend like that. This was our life, but no, like it was. This is real life. There's no exaggeration.
It was not a joke or a drill. Like, so what we went through was the real deal in that house. Like, we went through so much stuff. Just in I'll use myself for example. I went through a lot. Like, the amount of things that I went through, and I had to like kind of just push through mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, is insane for an 18-year-old. And then when you do stuff like that, you carry that with you for the rest of your life. Like, oh my God, like I remember I was in survival mode at 18 years old, and I will never do that to my children ever. I know for a fact that that's how I was thinking. Like, girl, like, why did you even do that? Like, how do you think that we're supposed to, like, become, like, grown adults and have children and raise our children and have successful children, and you raised us like this? But thank God we didn't take any of the...
Oh, yes.
Any of the anything from her.
Definitely. You know, my experience, you know... It was difficult because, you know, coming from being sheltered, you know, and very sheltered. I'm talking not even knowing how to, you know, fill out doctor's forms and things like that. And then going from, you know, being sheltered to just immediately being on your own. But not only that, I got pregnant very, very soon after that. So now I got this baby inside of me. I didn't, you know, so I'm at the doctors and they're asking me all these questions that I don't know how to answer them. I don't know. So I literally did have to learn from scratch. There were no women around me to, you know, tell me anything. There were no, I couldn't ask questions. I did, in fact, have to do it all alone. Yeah. And, I mean, I did it, but it was, you know, very traumatic. And then going through, you know, having this baby while also dealing with the trauma of not having a family anymore, not having sisters anymore, not having these things available to me, depression. You know, that led to years of depression. And then you have the baby, then now you're depressed on top. Now you have postpartum depression. So it was just a lot going on for me. Even being a mom, I didn't know. I literally knew what I didn't want. I knew what I didn't want, and that is what made me be the mother that I am today, because I am very determined to never allow my child or any children around me connected to me to feel anything of how I grew up. And I take that with me every single day. Every single day. And when it comes to my daughter, she's 8. She been with me. We locked in. That's my girl. And we grew up together. I'm 28, she 8, and we grown up together. It has been it's been a lot of ups and downs.
A roller coaster.
You know, a lot of ups and downs. So, yeah, I do agree with you on I can't imagine. I tell people all the time, first of all, your job isn't, you're not just because a kid turns 18 doesn't make you not a mother. Right. Like, you're still a mom. Like, you're a mom. And I tell my daughter, you never have to move out. Right. There's no thought in my, like, put my child out. She got to get out. She got to pay bills in the house that she live in. Like,
she got to figure out,
none of this stuff makes sense. And when I had a child, it just took, I'm like, I could not understand how they were doing these things. Because once I had her, I'm like, I couldn't imagine, this is my baby. I can't imagine doing any of the things that were done to us growing up. Like, I know it was wrong. Like, I know it was wrong. And I knew it was wrong growing up. But then having my own child, it made me open my eyes that there wasn't real love there.
Yeah.
Like, there wasn't that motherly connection with
Right.
child there, because if it was, then she could have never done
Yeah.
the things that occurred in that house.
And I have an issue with growing up and not being able to break generational curses. That really irritates me because, especially in the Black community, there's so many generational curses that we need to break, but we can't break it because it's like a cycle. And you know, like with the Black community, people always be like, what goes on in this house stays in this house. That is a problem for me because what is going on in this house don't need to stay in this house, because at this point I need mental help to get over or to talk through or to work through things that are going on in this house that you want me to keep secret. I don't ever tell my child what goes on in this house. You shouldn't have to say that if you're doing the right thing by your child.
First off,
Yeah.
okay.
So if you're having to tell me what goes on in this house stays in this house, if that thought popped into your mind, then you know as
You're
the
doing
mother that
something
you are
wrong.
doing something that you are not supposed to be doing to
Or you're
your child.
allowing something wrong to
Right.
go on.
Because and that's the thing with Black parents, like everything is swept under the rug, everything is kept quiet. It's just so many family secrets going around the family, and everybody just hushing when the child is really going through it. Like, we didn't really have an outlet.
Right, because as kids, you don't need an outlet,
Right.
right?
Why are you
you have everything. Why are you sad?
Yeah.
Why are you, that's what we were told. Like, you get this, you get that.
Yeah.
You don't have a reason to be sad. I'll give you something to cry about.
I'll give you something to cry about.
So it's like, but no, like, we have to teach our kids, because this is my whole thing. They are adults longer than they are kids.
Yep.
You're raising adults. You have to raise responsible adults. You're not raising children. You're not raising babies.
Right.
But people they're not thinking about that one day they're going to be like me. They're adults. So they cut it off, right? Even when kids are younger, when they get around that 10 age, they're no longer looked at as babies. They're not cute anymore, right? Now they know better. Now they should know everything. They're not, you don't teach them anymore because they know better.
They know everything.
And that's not how that works. You are a child. Even at 18, there's so much to learn. Even at 21, there is so much to learn. But the world looks at us as adults at such a young age.
At 18.
Right? Even younger than that, because again, once you hit that 10, 12, 13, or even that 13 mark, she feeling herself. She thinks the mom and the daughter, that thing that go on. And so we stop teaching our children, and we just expect them to, or now they're getting reprimanded for it. Now they're getting in trouble for certain things. And we've got to stop that as a community.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to say, kind of making your child do things. Like, I don't like that. I don't make my children do anything. I give them options because, again, we grew up with a parent that was her way or no way. We grew up, I did this. This is how it's going to go. There's no exceptions. There's no, you know what I mean? It's no draw 2, no draw 4. Like, this is what it is, and this is how it's going to be. You don't have an option. You don't have a choice. I said this, and this is what it is. Me? No. My kids have a choice.
Yes.
If I ask them something, I'm asking you, and I'm giving you a choice. I don't make my kids do anything because of the traumas that I went through. Now, y'all might get on me like, girl, then you're raising a spoiled child. Your child can do whatever they want to do because they have options. That's not true.
It's not true.
My child is also smart enough to know right from wrong. And I'm giving my child an opportunity to express herself and to speak and giving her choices. Because, I mean, if you make your child, you can make your child do anything. I mean, you can't. Because they're a child, you can make them do things.
You're going to pay for it when they're adults, though.
Right. Yep.
And that's why you can't do that.
Yep.
Right? And like I said, my child is 8. Same way. Is she a bad child? Absolutely not. Is she a spoiled child? Absolutely not. Yep. She's the most sweetest, most kind child that, like, she gets compliments everywhere.
Yeah.
And she has had a choice as long as she could speak. Because again, we are raising sound adults, right? We need them to be able to make sound decisions. You need to give them choices, or they'll grow up and then you got all these traumatic relationships, and now, you know, it's their way or the highway. Now they don't feel like they can be taught or they can learn anything because this is, they only had one
choice
growing up. And so the patterns and things that we are taught as kids within our community, it leads to horrible adults, which is what's wrong with our society today. The parents, their kids, you know, these different generations. Now, you can raise a spoiled child, but that means you're not doing your part as a parent. Like, there is a different, you need to set boundaries with your kids, right? There is a such thing as respect, right? But respect is earned. It is not just given. You're not gonna tell a child to don't tell my child to respect you, and you're not gonna respect them because they're a child. No, that's not, you know. But that's what goes on in our, you know. You're taught to respect your elders. Whole time, if the elders is disrespectful, I'm sorry, that's not how that goes. So you're right about breaking the generational curses. You are absolutely right on giving children choices. It helps them, it guides them along the way. You're not your mom and dad, yes, but you're not always going to be there, right? You're not always going to be there. So they need to know how to sort out their options and how to make these decisions. And if you just give them one and say that's it, good luck. Good luck, because that's how you raise rebellious teens and all this other stuff. You're going to pay for it when they get that 16 through 18 stage, and now they ready to leave you, and they
about to go buck wild. And when they do get some freedom, because that's how I was. Once I was out of the house, once I was in a safe environment where I knew I was safe, or I knew I had someone where to come home to and lay down at night, and I don't have to pack up my stuff and leave, I went buck wild. Like, when I moved to North Carolina, I did everything that I could not do as a normal teenager or a normal, like, child, I guess. I was at the bars. I was doing everything that I was supposed to be doing in my younger years. Like, I wasn't sneaking out or nothing, because, I mean, we could never sneak out the house, honey. We sneak out.
For sure. For sure.
We sneak out there. Be looking for us.
I don't think nobody ever tried that. I don't think we did try to run away a couple times.
We did try and run away a couple times. Yes, we did.
And they found us every time. They got us every time.
We got bamboozled a lot when we ran away.
They was.
But yeah, I giving your child a choice, that also shapes and molds them into, like, the individual that they are, because when you have a baby, you're filling them up with all the tools and everything that you have learned as an adult, or that you have learned through your years. Now, whether you fill them up with a toolbox full of BS, or you fill them up with a toolbox full of helpful things that's going to help guide them throughout their life, that's up to you as the parent. But my baby's going to be filled up with love. They're going to know every single day. I tell my babies every single day. My daughter always be like, okay, mom, okay. I be like, I love you. And I say, okay, I love you. I love you. Because I want to make sure that they understand that I love them. Today in the car, I was telling Riley, I said, she wanted her uncle to help her with her homework, but she said she was scared to ask him. So I was like, if you want something, you have to ask for it. You have to open your mouth, because if you don't ask, we don't know. And she was like, well, I was scared. And I was like, what are you scared of? The answer is either yes or no. But if you don't ask, if you don't open your mouth, if you don't have, like, dialogue with us, we don't know what it is that you want. And don't ever be scared to open your mouth and ask a question, period. Like, don't ever let anybody shut you up, and don't let anybody, because that's how it was when we grew up. We couldn't express ourselves. Like, if something happened, I use myself as an example. I was always in trouble at school. Always. Okay? I was the horrible child in school. They put me out of my high school. Like, she has to go.
This is true.
Now. She got to get out. But it was just like, my mom, she would be like, oh, whatever the teacher said goes. Like, she said you did this, and she said, I will always be in trouble for talking. She said you was talking in the class, and she said you did your work, but you was real disrespectful in class because you just kept talking, da-da-da-da-da-da. And I would be like, okay, like, just let me explain why I was talking in class. Like, maybe it's a reason why I was talking.
There was never reasons.
No. It was just, no, the teacher said this, and that's that, and now here are the repercussions, because the teacher called my phone and told me that this was happening, and you in class acting like a fool. Me, no. The teacher called, okay, it's not the end of the world.
Exactly.
It's not the end of the world. Because, you know, some teachers, they will call. I mean, I want you to call, but some teachers be kind of over exaggerating,
and they're biased. Some teachers are biased.
Yeah,
some teachers are.
And I'm gonna listen to my child because my child was there. Now, do kids lie? Absolutely, they do. But you got to know your child. You have to know if they are talking to you and they are telling you, "Hey, this happened and this is why the teacher called." But the teacher said this. I'm gonna believe my child because my child is telling me what was actually happening.
Yes.
Like, my mama, she just was like, nope.
My thing to say to everyone is, and I love saying this to people, we are the parents now. Mm-hmm. Like, literally, we are the parents now. We don't have to whoop our kids.
No.
We don't have to be our parents. Like, we literally don't.
Yep.
We are the parents now, and I love the sound of that because I get to parent how I want to parent.
Yes.
Like, my child don't have to feel scared. That's my biggest flex. Mm-hmm. She's not scared to say nothing. She's not scared to touch me.
Yeah.
We hugs. What is that?
Yeah.
Like, we wasn't giving hugs. We couldn't bump up against them.
No.
There was nothing. My child can touch me. She could hug me. Like, that's my biggest flex as a parent. I don't have a child that's scared of me.
Yeah.
Right? We are the parents now, and that we got to take that role seriously. Right?
Yeah.
Like, but I just want to shout you out because I haven't really seen you in mother mode, but I just love all the things that you're saying.
Yes.
And like, I love this, you know.
Thank
you're
you.
doing a great job. You're instilling great values in your children and the way that you're raising them, you know, you and dad. But this is beautiful. Like, I haven't seen this side of you, but I love hearing it, and I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
I genuinely am. I was over here, but I'm like, look, listen at her. Like, listen at her. You know.
So we have been separated since we were 18 years old. So I'm about to be 32.
Yes.
This month. And she is, what did you say, 27? 28? Okay, 28,
I'll
period.
be 29 in July.
I was trying to give you one less year.
If I can go back.
So we haven't seen each other in a long time, and we hadn't talked to each other in a very long time. And if we did talk, it was a lot of animosity. It was a lot of, I would say, animosity and miscommunication and anger and
and lies. A bunch of lies. Messy. Everybody want to be messy. You know, keeping us apart all of this time. Like, that's so crazy. We could have been locked in.
What?
And,
yes.
You know, but honestly, we went through what we need to go through. Yeah. We older now, you know, we both got kids now. Mm-hmm. I think also that brought some maturity to you as well because prior, like, I had a baby before you. So it's like, that had to grow me up a lot. And you didn't have kids at the time. So it's like, you know, a lot of judgment that was placed on me was like, well, now you got a kid now. So now you kind of see, like, what that feel like. Yeah. And so I feel like having, you know, Riley, and that grew you up a lot and opened your heart up.
It
honestly.
did. It did. It changes you as a person. Yeah.
Yeah. So shout out to them. Because you was fooling. But shout out to the babies. But now we here, and I couldn't be happier. You know, I'm proud of you. You know, I'm proud of you.
I'm proud of you too because, like I told you before, it took us a while to get here. It really did. But when we first started talking, it felt like, especially, I mean, we had to, you know, break that wall down. So breaking a wall down from not seeing and speaking to somebody for so many years, I had to break the wall down, and so did she. But once we got that wall down and we just started talking about, like, old times and old memories, it was just like back when we lived together. Like, we would dying laughing at things at like crazy instances or situations that happened to us that was like life or death. at that time. Like,
and we can laugh about it now,
and it's
like,
funny now.
We
Yeah,
can relate to it. Like, we the only like we here. Like,
yeah.
So it's like having. It's trauma, and like, yeah, you get through the trauma, but you don't forget.
Right.
So it's like having somebody who like is there, like they know, and it's like that's all. That's good. So.
But I'm also proud of you too, because I mean, once you had Kamari, I feel like you just led the way for me, because like you were teaching her so many things, like the little snippets and stuff that I would see with you and her. I'm like, dang, she's always with her child. Her baby don't go nowhere. If you see her child. She don't go anywhere without her child, and her child is always first. Before, it doesn't matter what decision she gonna make, her child is gonna be first, or is her child is tagging along with her. Okay. And I learned that as a mom. Like, I had to learn not to be selfish anymore, because I'm like, dang, like, I want this bag real bad, but I got, my babies need all this stuff that they need. Like, they need something every day. But, I was just learning a lot from her. So I appreciate that, because you definitely taught me how to be a mom. You like opened up the gates for me.
That.
And I feel like, people don't tell you often, like, as a mom, you don't get the appreciation, or you don't get your flowers enough, or maybe not at all. So, I mean, I feel like it's up to us, especially me being her big sister. She needs her flowers. Like, she needs to know, like, she's a great mom. And y'all too out there, y'all are great moms. And don't beat yourself up if things happen. You're right. We don't hear it enough. And honestly, yeah. Even back to like what you were saying about like don't lose yourself as a mother, that is so freaking important. Especially when you're a single mom. Most of her life, with the exception of the past 3 years, I was a single mom. And yeah, like, I was mom, right? Yeah. That's it. That's all I knew. It is just now, within the past 3 years, that I've started to gain my own identity back and and the mom guilt, right? Like, I still suffer with that through this day this day. But like, I don't know, like, now I have a support system, so it's a little easier, right? But it's hard to get out of that. Yeah. Because, like, even now, you said, like, when they were babies, you were like, that's my kid. Yeah. I'm like that to this day, because that's my baby. Like, it was me and her for years. She's 8. That was my baby. She's almost 10. That's a decade almost. Yeah. So it's like, me and her, we so locked in. It's like, no, like, I'm there. I gotta be there. And I feel guilty any moment that, like, I'm not, or, That's that mommy guilt. Mommy guilt will eat you up, honey.
It will, but it is important. She not lying, y'all. Listen to her when she say that. Like, we are all doing great things. And the thing about it is, as moms, we don't get our flowers because we're moms. Right. Like, that's the crazy part. Like, people will look at, you're a mom. That's what you're supposed to do. But then they'll give the dads who did bare minimum. Right. And it's like, no, we can have some credit too. Right. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we giving y'all flowers today too. Y'all doing y'all big ones. Don't ever let up. Don't ever let up. If you're doing it by yourself, you're doing your big one. You're doing the best that you can. Yeah. And y'all just hold on to that. Just honestly hold on to that. She's telling y'all right. Yeah. We are doing what we can. What we can. And thank you so much, because, like, honestly, when we first started talking and I heard you say that stuff, and I'm telling you, I'm in tears, because nobody gets it, right? Men won't get it. Men will love you, right? They love the children. They love you. Yeah. They don't get it, right? They don't understand it. So to hear it from another woman, especially you, my big sister, going through what I never knew that. Yeah. I never knew you felt that way about me. I never knew that. So hearing that from you really did help. Like, that healed a part of me, honestly. It did. And thank you for telling me that, like, honestly. So yeah. Yeah, we doing it. We doing it.
We out here doing our big one. We out here reconnecting, making the best memories, because we out here just doing it, okay? Ride around and getting it. Hey. We've been literally every single day that we wake up, we're talking. Okay? Yeah. Every single day. Like, I would never let another relationship go on the wayside like that ever again. And our other sister, Ava,
Yes, if you out there, please, where you at, girl? Like, well, come back. It's cool.
Jack, come back.
We
back.
miss you. You see, I know you didn't think this would happen, but we here.
Right.
So come on, girl. You could be right here.
Come on, let's join the dream
Right
team.
here.
Okay, join the dream
Okay.
team. Okay, guys. Well, I really hope that you enjoyed my guest because I definitely did. This girl has me dying laughing on a daily basis. Something's mentally wrong with her because the way that we laugh, my stomach flips inside out all the time.
You be fooling.
We have 0 sense at all. But I really hope that you guys enjoy my guest. She has already said that she wants to come back on the show.
Yeah.
If you guys enjoyed Princess Sharonda, drop a comment down below. Let me know if y'all want her back on the show, boo.
Drop the comments. Y'all know y'all want me back.
Drop.
Y'all want me back. Y'all know that.
All right, guys. I am going to go into my very last break, and then I'm going to come back with my final thoughts. Don't go nowhere, though, because you watch your Tired as a Mother. Welcome back to Tired as a Mother, honey girl. Okay, so you would not be a mom if you did not have a mommy meltdown at least once a day, once a week, once a month. So basically what a mommy meltdown is when you are just so overstimulated. You know, that's the word now. Overstimulated. You're overstimulated. The kids are crying. You got to make dinner. You got to do homework. The husband needs something. The dogs is barking. Laundry still has not been done. It's just a lot, right? Kids are yelling. It's just a lot going on, right? And you go upstairs and you get in that shower and you cry, okay? You just have a meltdown. Like, dang. Like, today is todaying me, right? So I want you guys to share your mommy meltdown stories with me. And on my next episode, I will pick the best story and I'll talk about it here on the show. And I will actually bring you on the show so that we can talk about our mommy meltdowns together because, babes, we're in this together. I had a whole meltdown the other day over something so stupid. I don't even remember what it was. And I was in the shower bawling like it was the end of the world. But it was also mommy guilt as well. So mommy meltdowns are okay. Listen, every single day when you become a parent, every single day that you are a parent and every day that you wake up, you are writing a different chapter of your parenting book, right? So make sure that one of your chapters is called Mommy Meltdown. Because that's normal. It's okay for you to fall apart. You don't have to be together and collected at all times. Because then, girl, you're just focusing on autopilot. You still a human at the end of the day, girl. Let them tears go. Let them tears fly. Let them fall. Pick yourself back up. And go out there and be that strong mama, okay? I love y'all so much. Thank y'all so much for tuning into season 1, episode 1, or season 2, episode 1. Hello, season 2, episode 1. I am so excited about my guest that I had on here, my sister being on here. I had a good time. I hope you guys had a good time too. Make sure to check me out on all my socials. And I love you guys. Good night. Bye.